differently. Fire teams came and went, but core loyalties and friendships endure, even beyond death. Of course, it didn't sit well with John.
Where are you taking my men?
Let them go, squad leader. They can't fight anymore. They don't belong here.
What happens to them?
The Navy takes care of its own. Their minds are still sharp, and our war effort can always use soldiers for less visible duties.
John never left anyone behind. Not if he could help it.
Was there something else, son?
Sir, I'm squad leader. Members of my unit died. What should I have done to keep that from happening?
117, John. What your class went through, that any of you survived at all is a testament to your strength. Walk with me. A leader must be ready to send the men under his command to their deaths. Your duty is to the mission.
I'm sorry, sir, but I fail to see how that applies to this situation.
The lesson is sacrifice. It is acceptable to spend lives when necessary, squad leader. What is not acceptable is to waste said lives.
Private journal entry. Encrypt Halsey 424-3. Delete, if tampered. A long time ago, I committed myself to a path, a direction. There were many branches in that path, but ultimately they all flowered, I think. John was the first seed. I couldn't personally screen every candidate. The outer colonies were simply too scattered, too distant. But I had to set an example for the other extraction teams. So the first candidate, I dealt with personally. But the outer colonies were still very dangerous places in those days, albeit for radically different reasons. And so the Office of Naval Intelligence assigned me a chaperone. Perhaps for my safety. Perhaps for theirs.
Time to wake up, Lieutenant Keyes. We are preparing to exit slip space near the Eridanus system.
Dr. Halsey?
Already awake and on the bridge, sir.
Of course she is. Dr. Halsey.
Are these shuttles all so damned claustrophobic? There is barely room for one person in here, let alone two.
Doctor.
Torin,
Awaiting your orders, Dr. Halsey.
start a pre-burn warm-up cycle for the fusion engines.
Understood, Doctor. Exiting slip space in 6 seconds.
Good, and some music. Rachmaninoff's Concerto No. 3, I think. Now, Lieutenant, you needed my attention?
I was going to say I should act as pilot.
If I wished to be chauffeured, you would already be in this chair, Lieutenant. If you wish to make yourself useful, take the comms, and make sure our arrival is discreet.
What are we doing here? This area is dangerous. It's been an insurrectionist stronghold for years.
Meaning?
Meaning the insurrection isn't some ragtag group of colonial rowdies. Torin, list rebel acts of violence in this sector last 5 days.
72 hours ago. Insurrectionists destroy emergency food caravan. 18 hours ago. Rebellion raids merchant vessel, murders entire...
I am painfully aware of the rebellion, Lieutenant. Something needs to be done. Oni agrees with me. That is why we are here.
Oni? But if the Office of Naval Intelligence... This is a recon mission?
How terribly perceptive of you.
But what could you possibly need to recon out here? I'm dressed like a fool.
You're dressed like a father trying to get his daughter into a decent school.
I don't have a daughter.
And I don't have a pony. Pay attention.
We are here to observe a boy. The first of many evaluations in the weeks to come.
I'm supposed to be protecting shipping lanes, not babysitting.
This child could be more useful to the UNSC than a fleet of destroyers, 1,000 lieutenants, or even me. In the end, one child could be the difference between peace and an unwinnable war. Ah, there's our young man.
Journal entry. Same encryption scheme.
Who's next?
John was the first, and he was the best.
Come on! You can't stop us all!
Even as a child, I could see how special he was. Sense his unformed potential. I simply needed to... Oni would have its soldiers. And I would have my solution.
May God have mercy on us all. Doctor, he has all the genetic markers. There's something else that makes him of interest.
Of interest to whom, precisely?
Here, record our interaction. I'll talk to him. Find out if his character is as exceptional as his DNA.
Imperfect simulation. Confidential journal entry. Read encryption using my private key. As I said before, I don't regret any of this. I thought it all the way through. I am certain it will be worthwhile. Right at that moment, across several star systems, children were being acquired and shipped like freight to the planet Reach. We were replacing the children with flash clones, imperfect simulacra, but nigh impossible to detect. If I could have used the clones, of course I would have. But the damn things broke down faster than we could grow them. We needed real children. Whole children. It was a regrettable, but necessary deception. I needed those subjects. Orion 2 would not have succeeded built on a foundation of compromise. Oni would have its soldiers. And I would have my solution.
May God have mercy on us all.
Doctor, they are here. They are ready.
Send them in. And Deja, on second thought, don't save this file.
What happened? How did I get here?
I don't know.
Take a seat. All of you. Per Naval Code 45812, you are hereby conscripted into UNSC Special Project codenamed Orion 2, also known as Spartan 2. Your parents are gone. The planet Reach is your new home. Your fellow trainees are your new family. Each of you has been hand-selected and called to serve. Your bodies are already faster and stronger than other children, and we are going to make them even better. Chief Petty Officer Mendez, escort the children to the mess hall. Feed them. Get them to bed.
Trainees, fall out!
John, you need to wake up.
Mom? Wake up!
Wake up, trainee! I said up! You know which way up is? Last one up gets it, Jorge!
My name's pronounced George.
Don't you backtalk me, Jorge!
What's happening? I don't know. Just go. Go.
Come on, everyone's headed this way. I'm Sam, by the way.
I'm Kelly.
It'll be okay, Kelly.
Trainees, I am Chief Mendez. I am your commanding officer. Every day, dawn till dusk, you will do exactly what I say, when I say, how I say. Am I clear, trainees?
Sir, yes, sir!
Naturally, they didn't all make it. We expected dropouts. There were accidents, incidents, bad luck. Better that we separated the chaff from the wheat immediately.
Come in. Class is about to begin.
We trained their minds as well as their bodies. War strategy, theoretical tactics, Sun Tzu. Nothing in the sprawling history of conflict was overlooked. We taught them about Thermopylae, about the unbeatable Spartans.
Xerxes wanted to steal Greece from the Spartans. His forces numbered in the thousands.
Why didn't Xerxes just sail around them?
Xerxes wanted to send a message, John. He failed, and just 300 Spartans saved Greece.
Yes!
That is all for today. But tomorrow, I will tell you about wolves.
Today's mission is ring the bell. When every member of your team has rung the bell, cross this line. Question, trainee.
What did we win, sir?
You win dinner, 117. Last team to finish goes without dinner.
It sounded exactly like hostile and
Kane is Master Chief Petty Officer.
hostile, and we're not in regulation.
World too much for you to handle?
Spartans are betrayed and slaughtered. You brought them all home?
The craft was UNSC.
Ah, Doctor. Trainee 117 was just explaining why he attacked and injured UNSC soldiers, and why he stole the property they were left to guard.
Ma'am, the craft was UNSC, but the men in the force were hostile and were not in regulation uniform.
You flew home.
Not exactly. I rigged the autopilot to return to base, ma'am.
And you brought them all home?
According to orders, last trainee to the ship was supposed to walk. Instead, we stuck together. Like the Spartans at Thermopylae.
In the real ending of the story, 117, the Spartans are betrayed and slaughtered. It is their sacrifice that actually saves and unites Greece.
But we had more choices.
The men you hit with rocks didn't.
No, sir. They did not.
So, Doctor, what do we do with this one?
Well, Mendez, I suggest a promotion to squad leader.
Thank you, sir. What is the highest rank I can attain?
As a non-commissioned officer, 117, the highest rank you can attain is Master Chief Petty Officer.
Then I will.
Perhaps you will at that. But your next mission won't be so easy. And there will be casualties.
What is that mission, sir?
Your mission, John, is to survive.
Samuel 034, Blue Team Mission Report. I don't remember the operation, but when we awoke, we were something new. Unbreakable materials grafted to our bones, gene therapy. Muscle density increased, enhanced skeletal and muscular growth. Of course, we had no clue what we had to live through first.
Replay the message, Deja.
Message from Admiral Saronis Jeromi, Chief Medical Officer, Research Station Hopeful.
Catherine, I wish I had better news. Further analysis has yielded 0 alternatives to mitigate the risks in your proposed hypothetical experimentation. But I understand the theoretical framework, Catherine, and admire the imagination. But I hope it is, in fact, a hypothetical study. Details are in the attached files, but your proposed treatments could result in any of the following: cell necrosis, stroke, cardiovascular failure, and even Fletcher's syndrome. You proposed the use of lab animals, simian proxies in your tests. I must be blunt. I cannot imagine any more than half of the subjects surviving this process. I would hate to see the poor creatures destroyed in some Section 3 project, Dr. Halsey. Well, I've said my piece. Best of luck to you, Catherine.
Doctor, augmentation was always a vital but statistically dangerous stage.
How many?
Oni was promised soldiers, and you are the only mind that could accomplish it.
How many dead, Deja?
27 deceased. 36% of the candidates.
Children. 36% of the children.
The subjects are just one half of the equation, Doctor. Both Mjolnir and the cognitive impression modeling are critical.
You're correct.
Doctor?
This is our only option. Every day, the insurrection invents new acts of terror to pull humanity farther into the muck. Our civilization is balanced on a razor's edge, and the insurgents threaten to bring it down around our ears. If even one candidate survives and balance is restored, history will absolve me for the greater good.
Duty. Honor. Self-sacrifice.
We were 14 when we lost almost half of our comrades to augmentation failures.
Death does not diminish these qualities in a soldier. We shall remember our dead. Honors, attention!
Kids I grew up with, never said goodbye to.
We commit the bodies of our fallen.
Toward our interaction. I'll talk to him. Find out.
Judy, walk with me. A leader must be ready to send the men under his command to their deaths. Your duty is to the mission.
I'm sorry, sir, but I fail to see how that applies to this situation.
The lesson is sacrifice. It is acceptable to spend lives when necessary, squad leader. What is not acceptable is to waste said lives.
Which was this, sir? Spent or wasted?
Get some rest, squad leader.
It's up to you.
What did Mendez say?
Make your money, man.
Not
Who the
much.
fuck is this guy?
Let me guess. Something about duty and sucking it
That's
up.
something else.
That sounds nothing like him. Like your owl.
It sounds exactly like him. Me and Kells are going to the shooting range later. You in?
No. I'm going to hit the gym.
John was still processing our losses. Emotionally and physically. For weeks after augmentation, every bone in our bodies ached. Our eyes throbbed and bled. We got headaches, fell down, clumsy in our new skins. Dr. Halsey told us our brains would have to relearn how to work with our new bodies, learn how to use new strength and speed. But it wasn't easy, and it was frustrating. The thing about John is that he really only knew 3 ways to react to people. If you were his superior officer, he obeyed you. If you were in his squad, he would die for you. But if you were a threat, then God help you.
Heart rate steady, pulse level. He's barely breaking a sweat.
What is he doing?
What we built him to do. He's winning.
I'm gonna stop this, now!
How is his adrenaline level, I wonder?
Attention! At ease. Your workout is over for today.
Sir, those men. Was this a test?
You engaged and neutralized a threat, squad leader.
They started it. I was defending myself. But still, they were fellow soldiers.
People died. Sacrifice is a necessary consequence of war.
But sir, they were wasted, not spent. Because of me.
Your priorities are to follow orders, and to preserve your life and the lives of your team. Is that clear, squad leader?
Yes, sir.
We heard what happened. Everyone on the ship did. It was an accident. That didn't make it any easier for John.
Apologies, Doctor, but I've been attempting to decode a transmission from the planet Harvest.
And?
It's fragmented and incomplete, and it stopped repeating.
Show me what you have. Gods. Deja, give me a feed from Harvest.
Scanning spectrum.
Anything. A comm station, a news feed, a grain elevator, damn it.
Not found. It may be interference, or a problem with the slipspace beacon relays. Harvest is on a 12-hour signal delay.
Get Mendez, but keep scanning Harvest. I'm accelerating the schedule. I want to test in a combat mission.
Ma'am, that's...
Thank you for the follow.
aggressive.
I disagree. Brass wants Spartans deployed, and so do I. There's a mission Oni has been saving for the right team. Colonel Robert Watts earned his rank in the UNSC, but in 2512 he went turncoat, and now leads the insurrectionist forces in the Eridanus system. Watts has spent 12 years leading raids against UNSC targets, killing civilians and military alike. We have intel that Watts is planning to attack medical satellites in the outer colonies.
Recently, one of Watts' men cut a deal with Oni. We have known for some time that Watts' forces were launching from the Eridanus asteroid belt. But there are millions of rocks scattered over billions of kilometers.
Our informant did not know the exact location. However, he did know that the freighter Leyden is a supply vessel. Mendez.
Leyden is set to leave dock in 6 hours for routine engine recertification. And yet, she's been loaded with enough food and water to supply a small city. Spartans, you will be dropped at the Eridanus 2 space docks. You will be dressed the same as members of the Leyden crew. Once in the base, you will infiltrate the installation and take Watts alive, if you can.
They would have detected a UNSC ship. They wouldn't detect us.
Be prepared for anything. Finally, squad leader, you are hereby promoted to Petty Officer 3rd Class.
Everything went off without a hitch. Before long, we were safe in the microgravity well. I can never get shut-eye before a mission. What are you doing?
Scanning freight and shipping documents.
Read it to me. That'll put me to sleep.
10 hours out, Blue Team. We'll rotate sleep cycles. Find anything, Kelly?
Everything. Layden doesn't have a shipboard AI, and their security is a joke.
Course setting.
We've got a loose trajectory into the belt, but no final destination.
Meaning insurgents don't even trust their own people.
Keep digging, and wake me in 4. I'll take over watch. Where did everyone go?
John? Where were you when we needed you?
I'm up. What have you got?
I picked up where Kelly left off, and I found something odd in the ship's manifest. Hidden in the standard rations, there's a single crate of cigars, steaks, and chocolates. Luxury items.
That crate is going to Watts.
Precisely what I was thinking.
Follow me. Stay quiet. Blend in. Kelly, get a bearing on that crate.
On the monorail, headed towards the tallest building in town.
Only the best for Colonel Watts.
Nav marker at 443 meters and holding.
Top floor. Helmets on. Move out.
Fresh badge, Colonel.
It was going well. We felt good. We got cocky. Well, I did.
Sam, look out!
John! John, can you hear me?
That should have been me.
Secure the area.
The biofoam will keep your guts where they belong till we get home. It's going to hurt.
That was stupid, John. Queen doesn't sacrifice everything to collect a pawn.
All the pieces go back in the same box when the game is done. You hit?
Nope. I'm lucky. Some idiot caught my bullet for me.
Do not make me laugh right now.
Won't take me alive. My men will come for you.
Empty the crate. Sam, load the cargo.
Cargo? Unhand me, boy. I don't know who or what you are, but I know 2 things, son. 1, none of you are getting out alive. And 2, I am absolutely not getting in that damned box.
We believe we had dealt the insurrection a mortal blow. Maybe we did. But everything was about to change.
Who's that?
Uniform says Keys. Maybe he's here to interrogate Watts?
Nice work, 117. John, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Have we met?
A long time ago. You wouldn't remember. You were just a kid fighting in the dust. Now you're a warrior, and just in the nick of time.
Sir?
You'll know soon enough. Dismissed.
Amphitheater Spartans, on the double.
What do you think it is? Insurrection revenge strike?
It's something else. Something big.
At ease, Spartans. I am Vice Admiral Stanforth. This is Harvest. Population of 3 million. A peaceful and productive farming world. On February 3rd, at 14:23 hours, the Harvest orbital platform made long-range radar contact with this object. After that, all contact with Harvest was lost. Command assembled a battle group. What they found was all that was left of Harvest. 3 million lives lost. The colony burned to ash. Power like humanity has never seen. Then, they encountered this. A starship of unknown design. It destroyed the Vostok in Arabia in under a minute, using highly advanced weapons and impenetrable shielding. The Heracles escaped into slip space with substantial damage and brought this intel back. They will not negotiate. They will not communicate. They cannot be reasoned or bartered with.
We had just fought the insurrectionists, stopped a plot to murder millions, only to realize that this could be the very end of humankind. Period.
Humanity will fight back. But we've already seen that we cannot do it with the blunt instrument of a fleet. We need the surgical precision of a scalpel. The Spartan program is that scalpel. We received a message before the attack, in UEG base English. Play the message, Beowulf.
Humans, your destruction is the will of the gods, and we are their instrument.
There it is again.
You heard the petty officer. I know.
The gods.
Damn it!
I-34. When we weren't in... Kelly 087 of Blue Team.
Humans, your destruction is the will of the gods, and we are their instrument.
Kelly 087 of Blue Team. Mission debrief. We were on the Commonwealth, en route to Kai-Seti 4. When we weren't in cryo, we were all crammed into the bunk room. There was always more prep, more planning.
Ah, damn it!
You're still dropping your shoulder.
I know!
Let's go again.
Does Project Mjolnir mean anything to anyone?
Gotta be some kind of weapon. Brass isn't very imaginative with code names.
Spartan 117, report to the bridge.
Yes, ma'am. Sam, get everyone ready. On the double.
You heard the petty officer. Dog the distractions and into uniform, Spartans.
Known, Captain, that the alien ships at Harvest disappeared, then reappeared much closer.
An intra-system jump.
We believe so, Spartan.
Not possible. I can tell you that slipstream space simply cannot be navigated that accurately.
You mean we cannot navigate it with that kind of...
intra-system jump.
We believe so, Spartan.
Not possible. I can tell you that slipstream space simply cannot be navigated that accurately.
You mean we cannot navigate it with that kind of accuracy? We'll take the dropship. I will see these Spartans make it to Project Mjolnir.
Let's go back real quick.
Kelly 087 of Blue Team. Mission debrief. We were on the Commonwealth, en route to Kai Seti 4. When we weren't in cryo, we were all crammed into the bunk room. There was always more prep, more planning.
Ah, damn it!
You're still dropping your shoulder.
I know!
Let's go again.
Does Project Mjolnir mean anything to anyone?
Gotta be some kind of weapon. Brass isn't very imaginative with code names.
Spartan 117, report to the bridge.
Yes, ma'am. Sam, get everyone ready. On the double.
You heard the petty officer. Dog the distractions and into uniform, Spartans.
As we scrambled to get ready, John was dragged into a pissing contest between Dr. Halsey and the captain.
Ma'am, Captain Wallace.
There it is again.
Doctor, that puts our ghost at 80 million clicks. Even if it were a ship, and I don't concur that it is, it would take an hour to get within weapons range. Besides, it's disappeared again.
Captain, it is my recommendation that we go to battle stations.
We have plenty of time. Unless there's something you're not telling us.
This is not widely known, Captain, but the alien ships at Harvest disappeared, then reappeared much closer.
An intra-system jump.
We believe so, Spartan.
Not possible. I can tell you that slipstream space simply cannot be navigated that accurately.
You mean we cannot navigate it with that kind of accuracy? We'll take the dropship. I will see these Spartans make it to Project Mjolnir.
All hands to battle stations. This is not a drill. Reactors to 90%, come about to course 125. All hands, brace for impact.
We were being hunted down like dogs. Our only chance was whatever was down in that testing facility. They called themselves the Covenant.
Energy shields. That's amazing.
Bring the ship around and arm the Mac.
Unlike the missiles, the Mac Round 101 is an unguided projectile, so the firing solution has to be perfectly aligned to hit.
Ready another Mac round.
Mac system destroyed, Captain.
The Commonwealth carries nuclear missiles, correct?
Detonation at this range would destroy us as well.
Excuse me, sir. The alien tactics have been unnecessarily vicious. They didn't have to take that second Mac round. In my opinion, sir, they would engage anything that challenged them. They're sending a message.
Longsword Squadron Delta. Get those ships into the black, boys. And buy us some time.
Roger that, sir. On our way.
Arm the nuclear warhead. Proximity detonator at 100 meters. Fire!
Three, two.
Power us back up. Slowly.
Sensors coming back on. All longsword interceptors vaporized. Covenant chip? Intact, sir.
No.
It is moving off, though, sir. Most likely to make repairs.
I have my orders to get you and yours to Kai Ceti 4 at all costs. As we execute a flyby orbit, your dropship will take you and your crew planetside. If the Covenant return, we will lure them away.
To continually track tactical information. And the inner structure is composed of a...
Yes, ma'am. Our entire lives to do. If we lose here, we lose everything. Let's send our own message.
Sir, yes, sir!
Commonwealth to Dr. Halsey.
I'm here, Captain.
The Covenant ship is moving. They'll be on us inside 10 minutes. I'm sorry, Doctor. It looks as if you're on your own.
Dr. Halsey, let us take a shot. We're the best possible option. Your only option. Blue team is ready, and you know it.
John was right, and Halsey either did know it, or at least knew better than to argue.
Godspeed, John.
I'm just saying, you could have volunteered Red Team instead.
You want me to pull over? Let you out right here?
As Chief Mendes would say, it's a long walk home.
Look, you know I trust you and everything, but how are we supposed to take on a Covenant ship in a Pelican? Drown them in our blood?
I was thinking, the Commonwealth's Pelicans are carrying nukes.
Nukes won't even scratch them.
No, not from outside their ship.
That's right. We can't beat them with brute force, remember? Scalpels. Surgical precision. We're small enough they won't see us coming. I hope. Gear up.
Ship's on autopilot. Course can be tracked via our HUD.
You heard this plan? And we're still doing it.
I think it's a great plan. I seriously love this plan.
I'm on board. I love this plan.
I love it too.
All right, here we go.
John, if we miss...
We won't.
The turrets. The shields have to at least iris for them to fire.
We time this right and we're behind their shields.
We time it wrong, we're smoking.
Sam, Kelly, with me. Fred, Linda, take the other side. We'll rendezvous somewhere in the middle. On my mark. Mark! Go, go, go! Everyone makes it. I need intel.
I've got Cherenkov radiation readings from all over the ship.
Could be anything.
Agreed. But the largest reading is coming from the center, likely the ship's reactor.
Sam, you take point. Kelly in the middle, guiding the way. I'll bring up the rear.
The pressure doors were immense. The ceilings were 3 meters high, the air thick and oily. Different symbols, different languages. Oni had theorized the Covenant was more than just one race. This helped confirm it.
They aren't bulletproof. Good to know. Collect samples. Tissue, armor, weapons. Oni will want it.
Think we should have tried communicating?
They understood us just fine.
Come on. We don't know what else is on the way.
Clear.
Stopped when Sam took the shot in the chest.
I'm okay. Just burns like nothing else.
You'll be fine, but Biophone won't steal this.
That was stupid, Sam.
You did the same thing for me.
That was different.
They can't afford to lose you, John.
This is the source of the radiation spike. I have no idea what it is.
Doesn't matter, as long as it explodes. I'll arm the warhead. You two...
Contact! Got shields!
Only in the front.
I'll seal the door. John, finish arming that warhead.
I remember thinking that no matter how dark the future got, we could face it as a team.
Warhead countdown set. Let's move.
Or so I thought.
Showed us.
I was 14 then. All I can think about was that day. Sam carved our mark into the world. Right here in the wilderness. Before it was all burned.
For Sam.
For Sam. Sam fell first. And yet he showed us that the Covenant could be killed. Sam proved we could win this war. Every battle won is built on the foundation of that sacrifice. If we survive this, it's because Sam showed us the way. Chief?
Sam was my friend. He was my brother. He was our brother. last time we were here, I asked Sam to trust me to take us home. To follow me. Will you trust me now?
Will you follow me?
Will you follow me?
Battle of Reach timeline, bringing together years of community sleuthing, along with a bit of my own extra work,
I'll be
presenting
back, chat.
what I
10-minute
believe
chat.
at the time to be a near-definitive timeline of events for the Fall of Reach, merging the various sources together as neatly and comprehensively as I could. While I'm still proud of this video, and it mostly holds up, new information released since 2013 has added more detail and backstory to the Fall of Reach. With Halo Reach on its way to PC, there's no better time to revisit the Battle of Reach timeline, adding in more detail and events that have since been revealed, notably in the campaign booklet for Halo Fleet Battles and, to a lesser degree, Halo Mythos. As we dive in, it's important to note that a major source of discrepancies between the game and books is how dates and times are treated. Both Halo Reach and Halo the Fall of Reach use the standard UNSC military calendar for their dates, but while the book uses a military standard 24-hour clock, Halo Reach uses the local Reach clock, with Reach having 27-hour days. So the dates are the same between the two mediums, but the times are not. As such, throughout this presentation I will state the date, then the time in both the UNSC standard military time and Reach local time. The difference in times will not be consistent since, again, Reach has a 27-hour day. With that, sit back, relax, and enjoy this presentation of the Battle of Reach. Unknown date, unknown time. At some point prior to his invasion of Reach, Supreme Commander Ro Barutami came upon the human system of Beta Eridani thanks to his ship's Luminary, a Forerunner device that could detect and locate other Forerunner relics. Though he only had 10 ships at the time, the local UNSC forces were primarily cadets. Ro orders any UNSC forces eliminated while he recovers the local Forerunner artifacts. When plugged into his Luminary, they point him to another system, one which held the sigil of the ancient Forerunner builders. An explorer and collector, Ro hopes that whatever these relics point to might finally lead him to the fabled homeworld of the Forerunners. July 18th, 2300 hours, military time. In the aftermath of the Battle of Sigma Octantis IV, Admiral Michael Stanforth contacts the head of ONI, Admiral Margaret Perengoski. He talks about the narrow victory at Sigma Octantis IV and the discovery of non-Covenant alien artifacts, much like the ones found on Onyx, Arcadia, and Reach. July 19th, 0325 hours, military time. Perengoski responds to Stanforth and brings up concerns about the possibility of Reach being targeted by the Covenant in the coming months. She brings up Operation Red Flag, a desperate plan whose goals would be to capture Covenant leadership and force a truce. Unknown date, unknown time. Upon arriving in the Epsilon Eridani system, Ro dispatches his artifact hunting team, a zealot group known as the Devout Sentries, to find Forerunner artifacts on the world humanity calls Reach. July 23rd, 1600 hours military time, 2600 hours Reach. Contact with Visegrad Relay is lost. The relay, one of Reach's 3 primary communication relays, has been taken out, effectively cutting off Reach from the rest of the UNSC. 1615 hours military time, 2615 Reach. Fire Team 3 Charlie and other Army fire teams are deployed to Visegrad to investigate the communications blackout under the command of Colonel Holland. July 24th, 028 hours military time, 0728 Reach. Noble Team, a special warfare team comprised mostly of Spartan 3s, is joined by a new member, Spartan B312, under the call sign of Noble 6. Colonel Holland, after no success with the fire teams, deploys Spartan Team Noble to Visegrad. Not long after arriving, Noble engages with Covenant forces. After rescuing the survivors of 3 Charlie, Noble deploys to the relay, only to find itself under fire. Noble briefly engages with local Covenant forces and not long after is able to establish fragile contact with Colonel Holland and warn him of the Covenant's presence. Winter contingency is declared. Due to the severe plasma damage of its technical components, the relay would not be repaired for at least 2 weeks, and most of Reach and the UNSC would remain largely unaware of the danger present on the planet. July 26th, 10:26 hours military time, 11:26 Reach. Noble Team is deployed to Oni Sword Base to take care of Covenant forces and a Covenant corvette attacking the site. Due to the sensitive nature of the site, orbital defenses cannot be used until the corvette is far enough away. Noble Team is sent to secure the base and surrounding outposts. After ground and air support are eliminated, longswords push the corvette to a safe distance, where it is shot down by an Orbital Magnetic Accelerator Cannon, or MAC. After the battle, Noble debriefs Dr. Halsey, the head of the Spartan II program, and a civilian scientist working for the Office of Naval Intelligence, or ONI, about the events at Visegrad and returns a data module found at the relay. August 1st, 0250 hours military time, 1250 Reach. Admiral Stanforth returns to Reach with some of the battle group from Sigma Octantis 4, the rest staying behind in case more Covenants show up. He contacts Perengoski and raises concerns about using Reach for Operation Red Flag, which would call for using a UNSC planet as bait to draw in a large Covenant force. A UNSC force would then use the opportunity to board a Covenant craft and take it back to the Covenant homeworld. Despite his concerns, Stanforth forwards the specs for Red Flag and recommendations for the assets needed to carry it out. August 5th, time unknown. Following a lengthy discussion, Dr. Halsey splits off a fragment of her smart AI, Cortana. The main Cortana unit would continue her essential role with Operation Red Flag, while the fragment would be used to study the massive Forerunner artifact under Sword Base. Unknown date, unknown time. Following the declaration of winter contingency, the crew of the UNSC's Teller Station, who had spent years studying strange artifacts hidden on a planetoid in Epsilon Eridani's Oort cloud, have been ordered to condense a long-planned retrieval operation into barely a fortnight. Unfortunately, during this operation, they would activate Forerunner senescent systems, attracting the attention of Ro's fleet of Valiant Prudence. The crew of Teller Station worked to remove an artifact from Site-17 while being defended by UNSC ships commanded by Admiral Stanforth, hoping to keep the artifact out of Covenant hands. August 11th, 1930 hours military time, 2630 Reach. June A266 callsign Noble 3, along with Noble 6, infiltrate a Covenant-controlled Dark Zone, discovering a large Covenant invasion force. August 12th, 0400 hours military time, 0800 hours Reach. Noble Team and the UNSC Army launch a counterattack on the bulk of the Covenant invasion force that Nobles 3 and 6 had discovered the night before. Smaller invasion forces, meanwhile, are fought across the Vieri territory. Most of Reach and the UNSC would be kept in the dark about the Covenant presence on Reach under the winter contingency. After taking out local anti-air batteries, George 052, callsign Noble 5, and the only Spartan II member of Noble Team, is sent with Noble 6 to a Covenant spire meant to ferry troops and armaments to the surface. The spire is covered by an energy shield that prevents its destruction. Once the shield is deactivated by Nobles 5 and 6, UNSC frigate Grafton is sent in to take out the spire. Almost immediately, however, the Grafton is destroyed by a Covenant supercarrier that was being cloaked by the spires. 1100 hours military time, 1500 hours Reach. Spartan John 117, unaware of the Covenant presence on Reach, arrives at Camp Hathcock to be debriefed on the events of the Battle of Sigma Octantis 4. He briefly runs into Captain Jacob Keyes and Dr. Halsey. August 13th, 1907 hours military time, 2007 hours Reach. Reach has been invaded, and though the fighting is currently contained to the northern Vieri territory, 60% of the UNSC fleet has been recalled to Reach, with the first ship scheduled to arrive in 48 hours. Noble Team feels that's too long. Noble 2, Cat B320, comes up with a plan to rig a slipspace device to take out the Covenant supercarrier above Reach. Her plan is to use the top-secret Sabre program, of which Noble 6 was a test pilot, to get the Spartans into orbit to deliver the slipspace bomb. Carter A259 Noble 1 contacts Colonel Holland about the plan, to which he agrees. August 14th, 1448 hours military time, 1248 Reach. Noble team arrives at the Sabre launch facility. After retaking the facility, Nobles 5 and 6 launch into space and join Operation Uppercut. With the support of the UNSC Savannah, the Sabre squads are able to board the Covenant corvette and lock it into a refueling track with the supercarrier. At the same time, Operation Left Jab is enacted to distract the rest of the Covenant fleet. Unfortunately, during Operation Uppercut, Noble 5 would be forced to sacrifice himself to initiate the slipspace bomb after the timer was damaged. George 052 dies, thinking he had just saved Reach. However, it is only moments later that a Covenant support fleet under the command of the Ministry of Resolution arrives at Reach. They eventually make it past orbital defenses and start attacking major population centers in the northern Vieri territory. Unknown date, unknown time. Ro Barutami is dead following Operation Uppercut. His second-in-command, Kantar Utarali, takes control of what remains of the fleet of Valiant Prudence. Engaging with UNSC forces near Reach's moon, Turul, Kantar makes a last-ditch effort to recover the Forerunner artifact from Site-17. August 23rd, 1734 hours military time, 1534 Reach. Noble 6 arrives in New Alexandria, 5 days after the Covenant started attacking the city. 6 helps Army forces fight off invasion forces and a Covenant corvette above the city. Thanks to 6's intervention, most of the civilian population is evacuated safely. 2057 hours military time, 1857 Reach. Noble 6 meets up with Noble 1 and is directed to help UNSC forces evacuate from New Alexandria. 6 is successful with the guidance of Noble 2, and among those evacuated are Gunnery Sergeant.
Breaking news, y'all. They got the dude. They got the dude who did the thing to the healthcare guy.
John, you have some new details about specific lines that you can quote from this 2-page.
And good day. We're coming on the air with breaking news about the manhunt in connection to the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. New York City Mayor Eric Adams just saying that authorities found a, quote, strong person of interest in the case. It comes as 6 law enforcement sources tell NBC News that a man in central Pennsylvania is being questioned in connection to the shooting. We want to be clear, we do not know if the man being questioned is the same man police have been looking for, but we know he has not been arrested or charged as of now. Let's join that news conference.
Good afternoon. And I'm joined here today by our Chief of Detectives and the Police Commissioner and Chief of Department because we have a strong person of interest in the shooting that shook our city last week. CEO Brian Thompson of United Healthcare was the victim of a senseless act of violence. Our officers have been working around the clock. Many of them did not go home to pursue this individual. It was crucial that we were able to remove him off the streets of America, and we were going to seek him out no matter where he was at the time. And so this is a strong person of interest. The police commissioner and chief of detectives will go over where we are right now in the investigation. He matches the description of the identification we've been looking for. He's also in possession of several items that we believe will connect him to this incident. How did we do it? Good old-fashioned police work. The chief of detectives and
what did I tell you?
Made the decision.
What did I tell you? A random person in McDonald's. Yeah, a random person randomly. I said, bro, that's bullshit. Obviously, I told y'all that's bullshit. I heard today, one day when you go outside in New York City, in Manhattan or in New York, and one day over 200 pictures is being taken from every camera. Every camera. 200 pictures just for going outside. I'm glad they caught the guy. It's messed up, you know, whatever it is. Justice, good, all that good stuff. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all. That facial recognition, boy, my God. This shit is beyond an invasion of privacy. Let me just say it like that. And I told you. What did I tell y'all? I was here. I told you. I said, oh, yeah, he's done. They got his face. The facial recognition is over with. There's nothing he can do. And they said, oh, they got him on a random person at McDonald's. Bro, all they have to do, really, get a little fake agent, go in there. The fake agent go in there and be like, hey, McDonald's clerk, doesn't that look like the person that they want? They looking for? Then they say they're going to get $50,000 to that person? Dang, if I were you, man, I would just call that in. She calls it in. She gets $50,000, so of course she calls it in. And then she's a random bystander who sees a random person at McDonald's and says, he looks like the person. His dumb ass still got the gun on him. Like I told you. What example would that make to all the rest of the billionaires? That billionaires can just get killed on the street of Manhattan? Nigga, they not letting that go. If it was just a regular person, it would at least taken them weeks to find this easy ass information. But this shows you right now, when they want to find that easy ass information, they can find it. What do I tell y'all all the time, fam? That little ass camera, that little ass AI, bro, it follows you back for weeks. For weeks. It's not like, oh yeah, it knows where it only knows where I'm going by today. No, nigga. You would have to be wearing a mask for 6 months, nigga. It's gonna be showing your face and remembering you. Now that nigga was here at 2:30 at 5:54 p.m., at 9 p.m., at 11 p.m. 24 hours, nigga. It just remembers your face. AI technology, my boy. Your ass is God. Well, I wear the mask. Well, nigga, you would have to be wearing a mask for the last 3 months, which is impossible. Or like I told you, if you're a really nigga who be on that, you would be somebody who lives in the woods somewhere. They can't find you if you kill someone just you be in the woods. Where the hell they gonna find? This nigga is where there is zero technology. Nigga, I don't give a fuck who y'all see. You can't find that nigga. Last time we seen him was somewhere in Arizona, in a national park. Well, that's that. He's gone. I would have said, yeah, he's gone. This dumbass nigga. But then again, this shit sound like a scapegoat, though. He has the gun on him. Yeah, come on, man. What poor kid did you set up for this shit? I ain't gonna lie. Sounds like a setup.
To release as much of a photo that we had at the time, we sent it across the country, and someone, a McDonald's employee, did something we ask every American to do. If you see something, say something. Important.
Come on, man. Think about that, bro. A random person at McDonald's calls someone and says, yo, somebody who looks like the description, even though y'all found the backpack yesterday. What? But he still has the gun on him. Nah. Some don't seem right about this story. I'm calling bullshit. What poor kid did y'all set up?
Do something. And they did. And because of that, we believe we have a strong person of interest to deal with this case. I want to now turn it over to the Police Commissioner of the City of New York, Commissioner Tisch.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, everyone. Earlier this morning in Altoona, Pennsylvania, members of the Altoona Police Department arrested Luigi Mangione, a 26-year-old male, on firearms charges. At this time, he is believed to be our person of interest in the brazen targeted murder of Brian Thompson, CEO of United Healthcare.
I laugh when
last
niggas was
Wednesday
like,
in Midtown.
no, they're not going to find him. I'm like, bro, this is Manhattan, bro. And the AI universe, nigga. He would have to live in the boondocks. That's the only way. If that nigga lives 100 feet, 100 miles close to a city, it's over for him.
Manhattan.
I tell y'all this every day. If he lives 100 miles from any main city, 200 pictures are taken up. Let me say it again. When you leave your house in New York City, 200 pictures are being taken of you, my boy. They know exactly where you at all times. That's not even talking about on your cell phone. We're just talking about your picture, your face. We haven't even got to your cell phone data yet. Understand that, your cell phone data, fam. And listen, they don't have to tell you that they're looking this shit up. You'd be like, no, man, it's illegal for them to look this up unless they have this and that. Bullshit. Nigga, they figure that out after they catch your dumb ass. Of course, if it's just a regular streets, a nigga kill a nigga, they don't give a fuck about that. But a nigga killing one of their CEO, billionaire niggas, what's the message that's gonna send to the rest of them? They already told you. What's everybody else who was a CEO of a healthcare company? What happened? Yeah, we're beefing up security. We don't know if it's gonna be a pandemic. More of us just gonna get killed. I'm like, interesting. That's when I knew. Oh yeah, they gonna catch this nigga. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, nigga, this is big money. Healthcare money? That's like oil money. Like, that nigga's gone. He's caught. Then again, he's probably a scapegoat. He's gonna get caught by the same niggas who planned on killing this guy. Cause I don't know who he fucked with in the healthcare industry, but it was the wrong nigga. Somebody wanted his spot. Cause that nigga is out of here. A random person in a McDonald's found the person with a mask on. All right, bro. I said that here. I said, what did I say? I said, chat, a random person is going to be like, yeah, we found them. And you'll be like, how the fuck that random person found them? Like, to tell you the truth, somehow they schemed their way to getting this guy. That's it. I've seen it 1,000 times, man. They use AI to watch everybody, bro. You are on log, like a call log, man. Where was he at 6:30? Oh, type it in inside the AI program, and it's gonna tell you where you was at 6:30. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. This is shit that always happens in Palm Beach. So, if they doing it down here, I can tell you for sure, in the place where there's the most cops of all time, New York, of course they're gonna be doing it there. Oh.
The suspect was in a McDonald's and was recognized by an employee who then called local.
You know what? Hey, man, I seen a white guy in a mask. He looks like a guy y'all been looking for.
Police. Responding officers questioned the suspect, who was acting suspiciously and was carrying multiple fraudulent IDs as well.
Yeah, so we just randomly just, said, fuck your rights, man. We don't know if you did anything, but these people called, so we're gonna force you to tell you, like, where's your ID and all this stuff. Because, you didn't do nothing wrong. But these random people called us and said you might be the guy who might have done something.
As a US
very, very, very lucky
passport
for all these things that happen in a row.
Upon further investigation, officers recovered a firearm on his person, as well as a suppressor, both
and a firearm and a suppressor. Just so stupid. He got rid of the fucking backpack, but he kept the gun and the silencer. Come on, bro. What kid did y'all set up, bro? Poor kid, bro.
Consistent.
They set this nigga up, man. I don't care what no one said. They set this nigga up. Jit got the gun and the silencer on him. But he left the backpack. What?
And with the weapon used in the murder. They also recovered clothing, including a mask consistent with those worn by our wanted individual.
And he most likely was wearing a mask.
Also recovered.
So how the hell you know he left? Everybody, there's still white people that we wearing masks all the time. So how the hell you know it was him?
Was a fraudulent New Jersey ID, matching the ID our suspect used to check.
Don't get me wrong. This is him. He freaking did it. But how do they know it was him is bullshit. They found out a different way. AI technology, y'all boys. I told y'all this. Be aware. You're being monitored.
His New York City hostel.
We all are.
Before the shooting incident. Additionally, officers recovered a handwritten document that speaks to both his motivation and mindset. NYPD detectives are en route to Pennsylvania as we seek to interview the subject further. This apprehension is thanks to the tireless work of the greatest detectives in the world, and of course, the strong relationships we have with our local law enforcement partners on every level, local, state, and federal. We all serve.
Yeah, man, you know that random white guy that everybody's looking for? Yeah, I think I seen him in the McDonald's I work at. Huh? You mean the guy with the mask?
Same public safety mission. And this case, which captured the attention of an entire nation, is another example of how connected we are and how important it is to work together, share information, and pursue every lead. For just over 5 days, our NYPD investigators combed through thousands of hours of video, followed up on hundreds of tips, and processed every bit of forensic evidence, DNA, fingerprints, IP addresses, and so much more to tighten the net. We deployed drones, canine units, and scuba divers. We leveraged the domain awareness system.
Exactly, fam. I would never live in New York, fam.
Argus cameras.
Let that be known, ever.
And conducted aviation.
I'm even scared to visit.
And our detectives also went door to door, interviewing potential witnesses and doing the good old-fashioned police work that our investigators are famous for.
I know. Good old PDAI. I don't know what work y'all did. Y'all didn't do a damn thing. All right. Let's move on. Good job y'all caught him. I knew. Niggas like, oh, we never gonna find out who it is. Man, y'all crazy. I told y'all. They can go back for weeks. All they gotta do is just keep on going back until you show your face multiple times. Freaking AI follow you back for months. Yeah, he went to the strip club at 3 a.m. 4.5 weeks ago. Like, what the fuck? That's the AI. That's the AI, fam. No cap.
It appears that Noble Team's discovery last night was not an anomaly. Large Covenant deployments have occurred undetected, and we are now under attack across the Vieri territory, including orbital defenses. As per the winter contingency, we are countering on every front. Noble's reconnaissance has also identified sophisticated Covenant army hiding canopies, and has pinpointed what's believed to be a landing zone for additional Covenant forces, the origin of which is yet to be determined.
That landing zone has been tagged by UNSC Command as a Priority 1 target. That charge link is loud and clear.
Copy that. Acquiring signal lock on the pylon. Detonating in 3, 2. Incoming! Might want to hold on to something. Six! Can you hear me? Six, you alright? I could use some help.
On my way.
Six, what's your status? Pylons are down. We're pushing up the hill. Get out of there! Take that!
Six, what's your status?
Pylons are down. We're pushing up the hill. Grenade! I don't plan on making this big orbital. Target acquired. Well done.
Be advised, Pony has ID'd 2 hostile anti-aircraft guns southwest of your location.
Copy, Commander. New target 6. Go shut down those AA guns. Commandeer that Warthog 6.
gotta take point? Let's ride.
AA gun should be in visual range.
2 Lima 4 to Noble 1. Those guns are pounding us with high-velocity plasma shells.
Which would mean a strike by the frigate Grafton is also out of the question.
Noble 6, all reverse is stuck out of range unless you can do something about those guns.
God damn that shit.
AA gun should be in visual range.
2 Lima 4 to Noble 1. Those guns are pounding us with high-velocity plasma shells.
Which would mean a strike by the frigate Grafton is also out of the question.
Noble 6, all reverse are stuck out of range unless you can do something about those guns.
Getting a little.
Incoming! Cover it! Veteran history! Take that thing out!
Control 2 Lima 4. Permission to commence bombing run. Heading 224.6, over.
UNSC air support. Skies are clear.
Copy 2 Lima 4. Bombing run. Heading 224.6. Permission granted. Out.
Noble 6, there's a mining facility near your location. Covenant are using it as a command outpost. Troopers on site have already engaged.
Clean, troopers! Got that down. Ah, that's it.
New intelligence. Friendly forces near the Covenant outpost have sighted a high-value target. An elite zealot, in fact.
Eyes on the prize, Noble. Take out that zealot if you get the chance. But keep moving toward the spire.
Thanks. Thanks.
We're clear, sir. Firing on... Look alive!
In position.
High-value target has been neutralized. Impressive, Six. I'm engaging.
Update 6. Scans show another Covenant AA gun ahead of your location. I want you to neutralize that gun by any means necessary. Oni needs up-close recon on those spires. We're gonna fly you the rest of the way.
George has a Falcon inbound to a position, Lieutenant. Highlighting the LZ now.
Commander, I'm going to set up a forward observation post here.
Copy that. I'm waiting on new intel. See what you can see. Carter out.
We're rolling out again.
Need a lift, Spartan? Spotted some nasty business in the canyon on the way down.
I'll call out targets as we go.
canyon yet.
There's the spire.
Solid copy. Got?
Latest intel suggests these spires may be projecting electromagnetic filter shields.
Prior to one, pilot. Gotta know what's in there.
Affirmative, sir. Here we go. We just lost all power. We're going down.
Look your armor, Spartan!
Brace for a hard landing.
Crew's dead. We shouldn't stay here. I'm showing hostiles all over the place. We gotta move. Commander, we've got eyes on the spire. Looks like a staging area.
Copy. We have your visual. Scott's working the problem. Stand by.
Take it around.
Only believes those spires to be teleportation terminals.
Briggs Raptor is on station ready to kill that spire. But first, we need to power down its shield.
Understood. 6. I'll hold these bosses off. We'll find a way to the top of the spire. We don't need him. 6 is on his way out.
Get in there. Take out that shield, Lieutenant. Spartans, I'm en route with a Falcon. We'll pick you up as soon as you knock out power to that shield.
6.
Hurry, Lieutenant. We got a frigate inbound to blow that spire as soon as the shield is powered down. Hurry, Lieutenant. We got a frigate inbound to blow that spire as soon as the shield is powered down. Hurry, Lieutenant. We got a frigate inbound to blow that spire as soon as the shield is powered down. Hurry, Lieutenant. We got a frigate inbound to blow that spire as soon as the shield is powered down.
Make that turret your priority target.
Hurry, Lieutenant. We got a frigate inbound to blow that spire as soon as the shield is powered down. Hurry, Lieutenant. We got a frigate inbound to blow that spire as soon as the shield is powered down.
It's because I don't have no weapons. They forced me to play this.
Hurry,
shit with no
Lieutenant.
weapons.
We got a frigate inbound to blow that spire as soon as the shield is powered down. Lieutenant. We got a frigate inbound to blow that spire as soon as the shield is powered down.
Man, why the hell they stuck me with this? Whatever, bro.
Hurry, Lieutenant. We got a frigate inbound to blow that spire as soon as the shield is powered down.
Oh, okay.
Hurry, Lieutenant. We got a frigate inbound to blow that spire as soon as the shield is powered down. Hurry, Lieutenant. We got a frigate inbound to blow that spire as soon as the shield is powered down.
Why the hell did I throw the grenade?
Hurry, Lieutenant. We got a frigate inbound to blow that spire as soon as the shield is powered down.
Make that turret your priority target.
Hurry, Lieutenant. We got a frigate inbound to blow that spire as soon as the shield is powered down. Hurry, Lieutenant. We got a frigate inbound to blow that spire as soon as the shield is powered down.
What the heck?
Hurry, Lieutenant. We got a frigate inbound to blow that spire as soon as the shield is powered down. Lieutenant, drop the shield and get out of there.
That took way too long.
Get us out of here. Control, this is Noble 1. Spire 1 is green and you're free to engage. Have a nice day.
Copy that, Noble 1. Be advised, all ground units. Frigate 318 Heavy is inbound, and MAC rounds have been authorized.
MAC rounds? In atmosphere?
One way to get their attention. Hang on to your teeth, people.
No, somebody tell me this ain't happening.
UNSC Frigate Grafton, do you copy?
Grafton is dust. We need to get out of here now.
Was more devious than we imagined. That spire was indeed a teleporter linked to a cloaked Covenant supercarrier, a grave threat. Thankfully, help is imminent. 60% of the UNSC fleet is en route to Reach from existing deployments. The first battle group should arrive within 48 hours.
48 hours? That's imminent? Uh-oh. Who's your money on this time?
Her.
You always pick her.
She's always had him dialed in.
That thing's crushing us and we're waiting for backup. They'll be backing up a graveyard.
All our nukes are either out system or went down with the ships that carried them. You're preaching to the converted.
How converted?
I know that look, Kat.
You can say no.
No.
You don't even want to hear it?
Fine, I'll hear it.
Remember that accident a couple years back? Colony ship en route to Cygnus, 700 dead.
Vaguely a slip space drive malfunction, right?
Actually, it worked fine. The drive was mounted improperly after a service haul-out. When it fired, it teleported half the ship to oblivion.
This is relevant. How?
A certain Covenant supercarrier could, with some assistance, suffer the same unfortunate accident.
Even for you, Kat, that's...
Inspired?
Not the word I would use.
What's going on?
Go ahead. Explain.
May I?
Don't cut yourself.
Objective: destroy Covenant carrier in geosynchronous orbit above us.
This sanctions, sir.
What do you think?
Method: a slip space drive in lieu of the nukes we don't have. Delivery system: us. Solvable? Getting us up there. That and getting our hands on a slip space drive. Thank you for sharing.
So, all we need is orbit-capable transport and the single most expensive piece of equipment made by man.
As a soldier in the field, I couldn't possibly have access to those kinds of resources. That said, a good place to look might be, I don't know, the nearest non-existent launch site in the non-existent Saber program dismissed by 3 administrations as preposterous rumor, and in which our newest member was certainly never a pilot.
It's scary. You know that.
All we need is a green light from Holland.
Good luck with that.
You're the one asking him.
Well, there's no way in hell he's gonna go for this.
Bit of a hike to the launch facility.
Any closer, it's too hot to land.
Copy that, Commander.
Move up the beach, Noble.
Dead ahead. Launch facility. Dead ahead.
Loading up here.
too good to say no.
Let's get that Saber airborne before he changes his mind.
We got a raid from the lower platform!
Controls right through that door, Commander.
Get to the Saber before the Covenant wreck it.
What about you and Kat?
June's on his way with a Falcon. We'll exfil after you launch.
You heard it, 6. Let's go.
Launch team, Saber is prepped and ready for launch. Good help.
Noble Actual to Saber Bravo 029er, over.
Copy, Actual. Colonel Holland?
Affirmative, Noble 5. Welcome to Operation Uppercut. I'll be your control from here on out.
Understood, Colonel.
Noble 6, these Sabres have been customized for orbital defense. You may need to get reacquainted. Rendezvous at Anchor 9 with Frigate Savannah and the other Sabres as soon as you're ready. Holland out.
Warmed up, 6. We should head for the Savannah. Multiple unidentified contacts.
Savannah Actual to Saber teams. Be advised, we have bogies inbound. Anchor 9 to all UNSC ships. Station defenses are down. Requesting combat support until we can bring them back online.
Here we go, 6. Show them what you can do.
Defensive batteries are at 56%. Hang in there, Saber teams. Impulse drive signatures detected. Fighter class. Heads up, Sabers.
Saber teams, use your guns to take down their shields, then hit them with your missiles.
Defensive batteries at 79%. Buy us another minute, Saber teams. On target. Be advised, we show a large attack force inbound. Combat air patrol and Saber teams are directed to engage and defend the station.
Is there any place the Covenant isn't?
Right 50 at 150.
Anchor 9 to all UNSC ships. Station defenses are back online. Clear the lane. Light them up. Phantoms are inbound on Vector 7, Mark 490. Anchor 9 to all UNSC fighters. Multiple inbound Phantoms. And straight for our defensive batteries. Saber teams, we're marking high-value gunboat targets.
Is there any place the Covenant isn't?
Anchor 9 to all UNSC ships. Station defenses are back online. Clear the lane. Light them up. Gunboat targets now.
Is there any place the Covenant isn't?
Anchor 9 to all UNSC ships. Station defenses are back online. Clear the lane. We'll light them up. detected on a forward-facing vector. Anchor 9 to all UNSC fighters. Multiple inbound Phantom. Headed straight for our defensive batteries. Saber team, we're marking high-value gunboat targets now. Gunboats are in position. Damage control teams at the ready. Torpedoes incoming. Collision alarm. Expansion is all over me. Tear me up. Anchor 9er to UNSC ships. All targets neutralized. Bravo 029er, you are clear to dock. Activating marker.
Holland to Bravo 029er. Noble 5, you ready to go?
Affirmative, Colonel.
Enemy ground casualties and one vehicle neutralized. Over.
I'm out here, 6.
Warning. M-Spec re-entry packet disengaged.
I need your override.
Warning. M-Spec re-entry. Cockpit depressurization complete. Canopy release lever armed.
Max Sabadov Siba.
Noble 5, please repeat.
Pull up surface grid 19 by 22.
Gladly. Only Sword Base, Sector 18G.
Thermal enhance.
Noble 5, your pulse is elevated. There is nothing you can do for Dr. Woolsey and the others inside Sword Base. The mathematics are determinate. Noble 5?
I know.
Bravo 29er, you're clear to re-engage thrusters. Noble 6, this is Holland.
Go ahead, Colonel.
We've flagged a Corvette-class vessel on a predicted docking track with our target. Get our makeshift bomb on that Corvette, and we have our delivery system. Noble 5 will escort the bomb. I need your Saber team to clear the way for boarding.
Understood, Colonel.
As she's already donated her slip space drive to the cause, Savannah will be joining you to provide local fire support. UNSC Savannah. Our wings may be clipped, but we've got your back. I've stuck my neck out for Noble on this one, Lieutenant.
We'll get it done, Colonel. 6 out.
Target Corvette sighted within visual range of nav beacon RA-15.
We have visual. Target confirmed.
Frigate Savannah in position. Saber team, sound off.
Echo 1, all systems nominal.
Echo 2, good to go. Echo 3, systems go.
Echo 4, all systems online.
Solid copy. We are currently jamming the Corvette's comms. Hit it hard while it can't call for help.
Agreed. Saber teams, clear a path to that Corvette.
my sights.
I want to clip her engines, Colonel. See if we can slow her down.
Good thinking, Savannah. That'll make boarding her a whole lot easier. Noble 6, I'm marking targets. Take out the Corvette's main engines.
Enemy fighter down. Weapons free.
Energy field detected in the Corvette's aft launch bays.
Heads up, Sabres. Multiple impulse drive signatures detected. More bogies incoming.
Echo 2 to Savannah Actual. Where are the reinforcements coming from? I thought the target was jammed.
Must be squadrons coming back from patrol, Echo 2.
Don't let any of them get away, Sabres. Kill them before they bug out and warn that supercarrier what we're up to. Data on that Corvette. Find a way inside.
Scans indicate a structural weakness surrounding a platform on top of the vessel.
Noble 6, set down immediately on that Corvette's topside landing pad. Noble 6, the Savannah's countermeasures won't work forever. Find a way inside and permanently disable that cruiser's communications. As soon as we're sure the Corvette can't squawk, we'll initiate Uppercut Phase 2. Enemy comm relay is now offline.
Copy that. Halting countermeasures, diverting all power and personnel to weapons.
All right, Noble. Let's get that slip space bomb on board. 6, head for the hangar.
Colonel, on our way to the hangar.
Noble 5, meet him there.
Affirmative. On approach. Six, go for those shield controls. I need in. Kick is aboard, Colonel.
Copy that. 6, get your fire team to the bridge. The Corvette's refueling run with the supercarrier will have to be initiated manually.
Yes, sir.
5, stay with the bomb and discourage the curious.
My pleasure. Hear that, Lieutenant? I'll be all by my lonesome back here. Make it quick, would ya?
Noble 6, get that Corvette moving toward the supercarrier. Head for the bridge. Find the nav controls.
You've got plenty of arms and ammo to beat him, Smart.
Engaging enemy infantry. Bad guy exploded. Target cleared.
Take your rounds.
Savannah to Holland, sustaining major structural damage. We need to break off, Colonel.
Copy, Savannah. Our team is in. Disengage.
Break off! Break off! Hull breach! Reactor's flaring! Damn it, I'm losing her!
Savannah Actual, can you hear me?
Frigate's gone, 6. Nothing we can do.
Noble, you're in deep with no cover. Get that Corvette moving and get the hell out of there!
Looks like the bridge, Spartan. Let's clear it out.
Move, Lieutenant. Put that Corvette on a refueling track to the supercarrier. Well done, Noble Six. Uppercut initiated. Corvette is underway.
6. Our ride out of here is taking heavy fire. Get back to the hangar.
I knew he was gonna kick me too.
Well done, Noble Six. Uppercut initiated. Corvette is underway.
6. Our ride out of here is taking heavy fire. Get back to the hangar. At your earliest convenience, Noble Six.
What the hell?
At your earliest convenience, Noble Six.
Keep pulling that trigger, soldier!
Nice work, keep it up. Area secure.
Ambush! Enemy sight! Take enemy fire!
I swear to God. Back, bastards.
Need a better angle!
Good of you to come. Hostiles are pounding the hell out of a Pelican. Scanner did a number on the door. There's no way back up to the Sabres. Noble 6, form up on me. Meet me at the bomb, 6.
Distance is closing on this vessel's refueling track with the Covenant supercarrier. 76 seconds to endpoint.
So, it's gonna be like that. Well, I got good news and bad news. This bird took some fire and her thruster gimbal is toast, which means the only way off this slag heap is gravity.
And the good news?
That was the good news.
At current velocity, 53 seconds to endpoint.
Yeah. Bad news is, time is fried. I'm gonna have to fire it manually.
That's a one-way trip.
We all make it sooner or later. Better get going, 6. They're gonna need you down there. Listen. Reach has been good to me. Time has come to return the favor. Don't deny me this. Tell him to make it count.
Rupture detected.
Gamma station control, reading multiple pings below the orbital defense
Slip
grid.
space rupture detected.
Yeah, we're picking up anomalies too. Are you reading it? Multiple Covenant signals. Is anyone noticing? They're everywhere. The whole damn Covenant
Slip
fleet.
space rupture detected.
This is Kilo Dispatch. All available teams advance to Traxxas Tower. Evacuation will commence ASAP.
Copy, dispatch. What's the status of the tower pad?
Tower pad is green. Let's move these civilians before it changes.
Copy, dispatch. 4-0 out.
I think that's the perfect time to take this break. It's a good way done. We can start some regular streaming in a little bit.
His motivation and mindset. NYPD detectives are en route to Pennsylvania as we seek to interview the subject further. This apprehension is thanks to the tireless work of the greatest detectives in the world, and of course, the strong relationships we have.
Breaking right now on WUSA 9, Mangione was taken into custody after police got a tip.
He was arrested at this McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Investigators say an employee recognized him and called police. Thank you for joining us on WUSA 9 and streaming on WUSA 9 Plus on this Monday. I'm Leslie Foster.
And I'm Lorenzo Hall. So we're told Mangione has ties to our area. He was born and raised north of Baltimore. Tom Hansen has the latest on the investigation from New York.
Authorities in Pennsylvania are questioning a person of interest in connection to the shooting death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson.
He matches the description of the identification we've been looking for.
The man, identified as 26-year-old Luigi Mangione, was arrested at an Altoona McDonald's Monday morning on firearms charges after an employee called in a tip. Officials say Mangione was carrying a ghost gun and a silencer.
Also recovered was a fraudulent New Jersey ID, matching the ID our suspect used to check into his New York City hostel before the shooting incident.
Officials have combed through thousands of hours of video since the targeted attack in front of a Midtown hotel last week, deploying drones, K-9 units, and scuba divers in Central Park. Dive teams scoured a pond in the park looking for more evidence after finding a backpack they believe belonged to the shooter in the area, containing a jacket and Monopoly money. Police believe the shooter headed to the Port Authority's bus station near the George Washington Bridge after ditching the bike he used to flee the scene of the crime.
This investigation is still active and ongoing.
Police say they've recovered a handwritten 3-page document from the person in custody indicating he had some ill will towards corporate America. They're also scrubbing his social media accounts as the investigation continues. Tom Hansen, CBS News, New York.
And you can expect more from WUSA 9 on this breaking news. Our Matt Gregory is in Towson, Maryland right now, where, yes, the person of interest grew up and went to school. We're going to hear from Matt coming up on the news at 5 o'clock. And for updates anytime, just download the...
Good job they caught him, but high-tech and old-fashioned police work. Man, shut the hell up, man. Freaking AI is the reason why y'all caught him. That's it. Before he was never going to be caught. And he got caught because he's stupid. Truth had everything on him. He wanted to get caught. Yeah, a random. Hey, look, that guy looks like. Come on, man. Shut the hell up. Fuck would he be even doing at a McDonald's?
the DOJ about, a potential monopoly with the chips, and they do have a 90% plus share.
States are getting involved in the country. New reports show that Israeli tanks are rolling into Syria and Israeli jets are striking inside Damascus. All the while, American jets are striking ISIS positions all over Syria. So let's get into all that and more in today's video. Like always, be sure to hit the like button down below. It helps us out tremendously when covering war-related topics. Let's begin. First and foremost, for all of you guys who love seeing maps as much as me, here's a cool animation map of how things played out in Syria in last 11 days. How the situation just flipped 180 degrees. Now, one of the biggest news we got today is Moscow announcing, or I guess Moscow State Television announcing that Assad and his family is in Moscow in Russia and they've been granted asylum. They've been granted asylum on humanitarian grounds because of what's going on in Syria. Now, Russia may not admit this, but they have invested billions and maybe tens of billions of dollars in the past decade to keep Assad in power. And in return, they got bases in the Mediterranean Sea. They had military bases in Syria and they had naval base in Syria, the Tartus base, which was the only base Russia had in the Mediterranean Sea. Now, this is a huge hit to Russia's ability to project power in the Middle East, and that's not even taking in account that Turkey is probably going to have a much bigger influence in that area in Syria now that the Russia is gone, Assad is gone. So first, let's get into what this means for Russia. Here's the clip.
Well, I mean, the announcement was made on Russian state television, so it was a brief announcement quoting a Kremlin source saying that Bashar al-Assad and his family had arrived in Moscow and been given asylum on humanitarian grounds. I think that these extraordinary events that we've been witnessing are a major blow to the Kremlin. I mean, after all, Russia's intervention in the Syrian war was driven to a large extent by Russia's desire to project itself as a global power. Shoring up Assad was seen very much as a way of challenging the West. And now, in a matter of days, this Kremlin Syria project has sort of unraveled in dramatic circumstances. I think that Russia's priority now will be the fate of its two main military bases in Syria, one air base, one naval base, which have had given Russia a foothold in the eastern Mediterranean. Meanwhile, tonight, Russian state television is telling Russians this. Let me just tell you. So the TV said, of course, we are not indifferent to what is happening in Syria, but our priority is Russia's own security in the zone of the special military operation, Russia's war in Ukraine. And I think that language, we are not indifferent to what is happening in Syria, I find that quite extraordinary in a country, Russia, which for years has done everything possible to keep Assad in power, but has failed.
Now, situation in Syria is uncertain, and that's exactly why the Israelis are striking inside Syria and the American jets are striking against ISIS positions in Syria. No one wants Syria to fall back into chaos like it was before, and that was a big problem last time the civil war was going on, before the ceasefire was negotiated between Russia and Turkey. The problem was that there were a lot of different factions fighting against the Assad government, and they weren't coordinated. It was more of randomness going on. Everyone was just fighting. While on the other side, the government forces were heavily coordinated and they had a lot more backing behind them. They had the Iranians helping them out and even the Russians helping them out, who did have bases, the forces inside Syria. On top of that, they had jets, which gave them air superiority. But last time when HTS, the main group that's leading this offensive right now, lost, they blamed it on God. They were just like, God didn't want them to win, that's why they lost. But this time around, the same leader who made those comments seems to be a lot more process driven and a lot less like spiritually driven. So CNN was able to get an exclusive interview with him somehow while this was going on, right after they took Aleppo. This was before they took Damascus. So in between this offensive is going on, he gave an interview with CNN, and in there he shared some interesting points as to why they're so successful this time around compared to last time. So let's listen to that real quick.
In recent years, there has been a unification of internal opinions and the establishment of institutional structures within the liberated areas of Syria. This institutionalization included the restructuring within military factions. They entered unified training camps and developed a sense of discipline. This discipline allowed them, with God's guidance, to engage in a battle in an organized manner. The progress and execution of plans have been swift, with clear communication and adherence to commands. They stop where they should stop and withdraw where they should withdraw. The revolution has transitioned from chaos and randomness to a state of order, both in civil and institutional matters and in military operations alike.
Another issue with all this is the leader of the main rebel group, HTS, is this guy, Abu Muhammad al-Julani. And his resume up until this point is not good, to say the least. As you guys can see from your screen, he has been part of ISIS, Mujahideen Surah Council, Al-Qaeda, and much more. I guess just looking at this, it's fair to say that some people doubt the situation in Syria may not improve. But the surprising part of all this is this interview tour that he has been doing. And on top of that, there seems to be like a social media campaign from his side that's going on. And that's to convince the foreign world, I'm guessing, and maybe even people in Syria, that he has moderated in his views. And this is what he had to say about how his views have changed when it came to being part of ISIS and Al-Qaeda. So let's listen to that before we get into the Israeli and the US strikes.
Hayat Tahrir al-Sham is one of the factions in the region, just like all the others. Now we're talking about a larger project. We're talking about building Syria. Hayat Tahrir al-Sham is merely one detail of this dialogue, and it may dissolve at any time. It's not an end in itself, but a means to perform a task confronting this regime. Once that task is complete, it will transition to a state of governance, institutions, and so on. I believe that everyone in life goes through phases and experiences, and these experiences naturally increase a person's awareness. A person in their 20s will have a different personality than someone in their 30s or 40s, and certainly someone in their 50s.
So are those days behind you?
Sometimes it's essential to adjust to reality, and because someone who rigidly clings to certain ideas and principles without flexibility cannot effectively lead societies or navigate complex conflicts like the one happening in Syria.
Moving on from that, we had reports that Israeli forces and Israeli tanks were moving into Syria, the southern border near the Golan Heights. And on top of that, we had Israeli strikes inside Damascus, as far as 75 strikes taking out intelligence headquarters and several military buildings, and even Russian jets and Russian fighter jets and Russian bases that Israeli strikes destroyed. Now, the big reason this is happening is because Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that he feels uncertain and unsafe that the things that are happening in Syria could lead to a dangerous situation for Israel. As you guys probably already know, that Syria was being used as a weapons route to Lebanon. Iran was using Syria to hide their weapons in there, and whenever Hezbollah needed them in Lebanon, they would go through Syria to Lebanon, so Hezbollah can use them against Israel. And that's why earlier this year we did see Israel target bases and target ammunition depot inside Syria multiple times. And now that the situation is uncertain, we've been seeing more movement from the Syrian army. Here's a little bit more details on that.
We've seen a very quick response too from the Israeli government and the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He's made a trip to the occupied Golan Heights, an area that is disputed territory that Israel has been occupying for many years, along with his IDF chief. And he's been talking about what he sees as a potential threat now that Bashar al-Assad's regime has been toppled. He is certainly saying Israel is happy to see the back of Bashar al-Assad, but he is saying that there could be a level of chaos which ensues in Syria as different groups try to lobby for influence and for interest, and that could pose a security threat to Israel. What we have seen from the IDF is a decision to push into Syria's territory, into this area that's often referred to as the buffer zone, somewhere that an area of land in between Syria and the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights, or on the Syrian side of that border, with the IDF taking control of a number of positions in that area.
As you guys just heard, Prime Minister Netanyahu did visit the Golan Heights, and over there he released a video statement explaining the Israeli positions on everything that went down in Syria. So let's listen to that.
This is a historic day for the Middle East. The collapse of the Assad regime, the tyranny in Damascus, offers great opportunity, but also is fraught with significant dangers. This collapse is a direct result of our forceful action against Hezbollah and Iran, Assad's main supporters. It set off a chain reaction of all those who want to free themselves from this tyranny and its oppression. But it also means we have to take action against possible threats. One of them is the collapse of the Separation of Forces Agreement from 1974 between Israel and Syria. This agreement held for 50 years. Last night it collapsed. The Syrian army abandoned its positions. We gave the Israeli army the order to take...
I'm going to come back later on. We'll do a regular stream. Thank y'all for watching. I'm your host, Mr. DJ Grimlock. This is Stay Woke TV. Y'all boys stay woke out there. I'll see y'all in like 2 hours. Let's say 2 to 3 hours. We'll do a regular stream. Thank y'all for being here, though. Your boy, Mr.